ਦੀ ਆਵੇਸ਼ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਰਾਇਲ ਕਿੰਗ ਪੈਲੇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਸਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਸਰੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਦਮਦਾਰ ਚੋਣਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਗ ਲੈਣ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਨਵੀਂ ਟੀਮ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਐਲਾਨ ਹੋਇਆ ਇਮੈਜਿਨ ਸਰੀ। ਔਰ ਇਸ ਟੀਮ ਦੇ ਲੀਡਰ ਜਾਣੀ ਪਹਿਚਾਣੀ ਸ਼ਖਸੀਅਤ ਨੇ ਮਾਈਕ ਸਟਾਰਚਕ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਰਹੇਗੀ। ਯਾਦ ਰਹੇ ਮਾਈਕ ਸਟਾਰਚਕ ਦਾ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੰਬਾ ਕੈਰੀਅਰ ਹੈ। ਚਲੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਵੈਲਕਮ ਜੀ।
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. And another question which I have before I start anything else. I know you are in a public service from quite some time. You have the experience with the City Hall
Yep.
as a councillor, and you have the experience as a MLA. So public service is not something new for you.
No.
And coming up with completely new team, because I strongly believe if you don't imagine, you don't reach.
That's correct. Yeah.
What is your intake on that?
You know, it would have been easy for myself and maybe some other people to join other people in those ventures that are forward. But my beliefs and my goals and my aspirations don't align with anybody else that's there. My vision for the city is nothing that Brenda has. It's nothing that Doug has, and it definitely is nothing that Linda has with regards to what's there. And for me to get those ideas that are personal out there into the public, this was the only way to do it. And I am super happy to have those 8 council candidates behind me, along with my firefighter friends behind me, to be able to make all of those things that we think that the city needs come to fruition. And that's why we did what we did. You know, these conversations have been going on for a year and a half, and I've watched what's taking place at City Hall, and I just shake my head at the amount of money that's being wasted, the time in which it takes to do everything. But yet we hear this story that things are great and things are wonderful. But you talk to the people that are in this room here tonight, things aren't that great and aren't that wonderful with everything that's going on at City Hall. So let's listen to them, let's fix it, and let's move it forward. Let's not talk about, you know, rainbows and unicorns. Let's talk about the true hard facts. And when somebody has a problem and it takes months to deal with it or years to deal with it, let's find out why it took them so long and let's fix it.
There is no question asked, because in beautiful country like Canada and the most fast growing city like Surrey, it definitely has its own challenges. But in the recent time, those challenges multiplied, which is very badly affected to the residents of Surrey, especially with my ethnic community. Extortion is one of the example which has turned into the worst, which is being talked about in the whole world. How you are going to handle this complicated and very bad situation?
The easiest answer I can give you is let the subject matter experts tell me what it is that they need to do their job well. I come from the fire service. The last thing I'd ever want is a politician to tell me as a firefighter how to do my job. But if I knew what I needed, I would go to that politician and say, I need this. So we're going to open up that dialogue with the police board. We'll open it up with CBA. We'll open it up with the federal government, provincial government, and the police chief. The police chief is one of those important cogs, and have him say to me, this is what I need, Mike. And my answer to him is, when do you want it?
Well, City of Surrey has a history and tendency that there is a different door for the rich people, privileged people. And my concern, since I'm living in this Surrey since '94, I've seen it, raise a voice against it. What I can expect from you, because that's the one thing which public don't like.
Yeah. So one of the things that I can tell you is I know a lot of the people that still work there, and I want to instill a certain level of pride in the jobs that they're doing. And I want to make sure that they understand that. And I think what you're talking about in some cases is somebody will have a workload that's this tall, and somebody makes a phone call and says, I know mine's on the bottom. What does it take to get it to the top? Nobody has to walk in the door. Nobody has to do anything. They just have to make a phone call. And I think we need to audit how all of those things are done. When there's a queue of all of the things that are in line, if we publish what the queue is, everybody knows where they are. Everybody knows where they are. No surprises there.
Well, I am going to remember that word.
Okay.
That's a promise.
And so will I.
Yeah, I mean, it's a promise that everybody come by turn. The work will be done by turn.
And that is why I said today we will have timelines for getting your permits and licensing in place. And if we don't make those timelines, your fees go down.
Thank you so much for that promise. Another thing, I was looking at your team. I like quite a lot. I like the credential of your candidates. What are your expectations from the people of City of Surrey? Because we are a diverse community.
And I think that's what we represent that's here. Not only is it the diversity in ethnic and how we look in male and female, but age. There are 3 of my candidates that are in their 30s. I won't tell you that they're all younger than my kids, but they are. But that's important because when you take a look at today's council, is there anybody that's there that really represent that young family that has a young family? And the answer is no. There's nobody on council that represents somebody that has a young family. I got 3 that do.
Well, I was listening that you have explained how you're going to take care of the young people's encouragement, living cost, and transportation, everything. I hope in future, when people do choose you as a City of Surrey's mayor, you will keep your promise.
That's not even debatable.
Well, nice meeting you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a fact.
Thank you.